Hi everyone, I'm Dave and welcome to my kidney journey. Tonight I want to talk about the early signs of kidney failure. Let's get started. Because the kidneys are incredibly efficient at compensating for damage, early stage kidney disease, stages 1 to 3, is often called a silent condition. Most people don't feel sick until the kidney function has dropped significantly. Here are some of the most common early warning signs, and are often subtle or mistaken for other minor health issues. Changes in urination. Foamy or bubbly urine. If your urine looks like foam on top of a beer or scrambled eggs, usually means albumin or a protein is leaking out. This is a classic early sign of kidney damage. I'm not too sure if I had that. Frequent waking up more than once a night to urinate. When kidney filters are damaged, the urge to go increases, especially during sleep. Well, I know for at least the last 2 years, I was getting up anywhere between 6 and 7 times a night to go to the toilet. And I was still urinating quite a bit, but nonetheless, I was still getting up 6 to 7 times a night. Colour changes. Urine that appears darker, brownish, or has a pinkish tint, indicating microscopic amounts of blood. Well, I think mine was darker than normal, so I did have a couple of early signs. I do remember speaking to my GP up in Mackay about it, and I don't know, I can't remember what was done. I know I was never told that I had any early stages of kidney failure, so I'm a little bit annoyed there. Things could have been prevented. But such is life. And then there's subtle swelling, so edema, puffy eyes, persistent puffiness around the eyes, especially in the morning. This happens because the kidneys are leaking protein into the urine rather than keeping it in the blood. Tight shoes or sock marks after wearing socks and shoes all day and you have a deep indentation in your ankles. Well, I noticed once I was diagnosed with kidney failure, or a couple of days beforehand, my shoes became extremely tight to try and put on. So the swelling in my feet from fluid retention and my ankles just blew up. So I do notice that, but that wasn't early stages or anything like that. That was only just before I got diagnosed. Unexplained fatigue and brain fog. Healthy kidneys produce hormone called EPO, which tells the body to make red blood cells. Early anemia. Even a slight drop in kidney function can lead to a lower red blood cell count, making you feel slightly more tired, weaker, or less able to concentrate than usual. Well, I do know that I was always fatigued at some point. Toxin buildup, waste of products that begin to linger in the blood longer. You may feel general laziness or find it harder to focus on tasks. Well, on the laziness side of it, I did find it started to occur probably the last 6 months. I just didn't really feel like doing much. Skin sensory changes, dry, itchy skin. Well, this is related to the kidneys not being able to get rid of phosphorus in the blood, which is something that I suffer from now. I don't know about early stages. I don't really recall itching very much, but I do notice it now now that I've got stage 5 kidney failure, that phosphorus buildup is a major issue, and it causes extreme itchiness and isn't able to be eliminated until usually the next day of dialysis. If you'll notice, I'm already itching around the thumbs. It's always around the hands or the feet that you're itching. and it just continues until I get dialysis, and it's extremely annoying. Sometimes I can manage to eliminate it a little bit with cold water or warm water press, but it's only a temporary relief. The only other thing I can do is take my phosphate binders before every time I eat anything, and that helps to bind all the phosphate into one area and eliminate it. There's some other one, I'm not sure exactly. Yes, and then there's the faint metallic taste in the mouth, or subtle changes in how certain foods, especially meats, can taste occur during urea levels begin to rise. So for me, scrambled eggs, I can't stand the taste of scrambled eggs. It's just gone straight off. Most of the other stuff is pretty much the same. I notice slight changes in some foods, but not too much. Breath was another one. You get the anemia. I think it's a urea. No, what is it called? Find out what it's called. Ammonia breath, they call it, which is a feeling of metallic taste in the mouth, often called metal mouth, or sudden distaste for meat. Well, it's not meat for me, it's eggs. I still enjoy poached eggs, but scrambled eggs, for some reason, I can't stand them. And that's caused from a build-up of waste in the blood to make your breath smell like ammonia and alter the food taste buds. The next one is brain fog. Trouble concentrating, mild confusion, or feeling spaced out. I haven't had any of that. None of that at all. So obviously there's different people have different symptoms, but mine has usually been the frequent going to the toilet. Even now I get up probably 3 or 4 times a night to go to the toilet, minimum. I've already been 3 times so far tonight, and it's only 9 o'clock. And I suspect I'll get up probably another 2 times before I get up in the morning. And that's me for today. That's symptoms for kidney failure, early stages and onset. If you like the content I've been posting, hit like, continue watching, and I'll speak to you again in the morning. All right, bye.